All right, buckle up because this is a long one, but it's worth it. So, back in November, I was in the place where I get majority of my ideas, the shower. And whilst I'm standing there rub-a-dub-dubbing, I suddenly begin to sing the Lucky Charms theme song. You know, hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons, pots of gold and rainbows, and red balloons. Yeah, that one. Then immediately my mind is inundated with images of paintings I would create if I were to interpret each of these charms, in my style. And thus, this series was born out of pure fucking shower randomness. So as soon as I hop out of the shower, I grab my phone and I begin tippity typing all of those beautiful ideas that are floating around in my head into my notes app. And then I let it marinate until March, which is when I originally wanted to both start and release this project. Now, when late February and early March rolled around, that original fire that I have for these pieces was now burning at a low and slow ember. It was a struggle to see my vision as crystal clear as I did back in November in a New Orleans Airbnb shower, but I finally got it after drawing and redrawing and fighting with myself. It's very comical that I thought I would finish these paintings in a month, maybe a month and a half. It's been 3. But once I realized I wasn't going to make my original deadline, I decided to take my time, play around with them, and see what could come of this super random idea. All of them are quite different paintings from each other, and I don't think the theme is as apparent unless it's revealed to you what they are. But I wanted to connect them all with this sort of rainbow nebula flowing behind them in the background. For that background, I used an oil technique I talked about in my last post that I actually ended up painting over because I sucked at it. But it did serve as a good underpainting. This series was surprisingly such a challenge, but it was so much fun to bring all this to fruition. But here they are: heart, star, horseshoe, clovers, and blue moon, pots of gold and rainbows, and me red balloon. The whole series is called Lucky You. Each charm represents a letter in that title. And yeah, these will be available Monday, June 8th. And thanks for watching. Okay, bye.